Hello.
Hello.
Can I help you?
Isn't there somewhere a little more private?
Yes, of course. You better come through.
Thank you. May I?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, of course. Thank you. Well then.
I think I'm pregnant.
Pardon?
He's that mad.
Really?
Well, we haven't got much money, you see. Well, not many people have these days. Can you examine me straight away?
Hello.
Hello.
Anything wrong, Jen?
She thinks she's pregnant.
Good grief.
Honestly, the way he's gone on at me.
He?
Eric. My husband, Eric Tilson. I mean, anyone would think he'd had nothing to do with it.
Dear young lady, please don't distress yourself. These things happen, you know. They always have. They're never the end of the world.
Are you going to examine me, or aren't you?
Oh, I see. You want us to examine you to confirm whether or not you're pregnant.
Right.
You just come with me, young lady. Come along. What a very, very pretty hat that is. There we are.
Siegfried, it's not ethical.
What's going on?
Oh, she thinks she's pregnant. I think Siegfried's going to examine her.
What?
Well,
You'll be all right.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, James, your face. What I wouldn't have given to be a fly on the wall when she broke the news of her delicate condition to you.
what have you done with her?
I've redirected her. Oh, it's been happening all week ever since he moved in.
He?
Harry Allinson, the new GP who set up shop next door.
Oh, I see.
And she thought that...
What did she do when you put it right?
She giggled. Mm-hmm. She blushed very prettily. And fled. You don't know Harry Allinson, do you?
No.
I'll introduce you. You'll like him. He's one of your lot from north of the border, I'm afraid. But despite that... Oh, don't play golf with him, by the way. He's very good.
Well, naturally. If he's a Scot.
Do you play golf, Richard?
Yes.
What's your handicap?
Scratch.
Really?
Do you play?
Oh. Yes, the odd game, I do.
Oh, I'll get it. Perhaps we could have a game or two sometime.
Yes, why not, sometime?
What's your handicap, Siegfried?
Mind your own business, James.
It's for you, James.
Oh, thanks. Hello, yes? Hello, Tris. Where are you ringing from? Yes, of course. About 5 minutes. All right. Bye.
Why do you sound, James, complacent or hysterical?
Oh, his usual self. Thank you.
That's significant, I suppose.
What?
The fact that he asked for you and not for me.
Are you missing Berkshire?
Lord, no. I love the Dales. They're magnificent.
Isn't there even a girlfriend, then? Someone you're anxious to get back to?
Her name's Virginia. She's mad about horses. Sometimes I think she even prefers them to me.
Oh, that sounds like them now.
Full of Scotsmen, otherwise quite civilized.
Well, aren't you going to tell me how you did in your finals?
All right.
How did you do?
All right.
Welcome home, Mr. Tristan.
Mrs. Hall. Well, how are things here?
All right. See if we've got a young student in. Richard Carmody.
Sounds like a musical turn.
Hardly.
What's he like?
Oh, you'll love him. Off you trot, Mrs. Hall.
Mrs. Herriot.
Tristan, welcome home.
Richard Carmody, I presume.
You must be Tristan Farnham.
Right.
I've heard a lot about you.
Oh dear, really?
Would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, I could murder a mug.
Right.
So, you'll have your finals coming up at the end of the year then?
That's right.
Well, there's nothing to it, really, you know. Nothing to worry about.
No?
Good Lord, no. It's all a matter of getting the old head down and grafting, actually. There's no substitute for hard work. That's what I've always found.
You won't have your results yet, of course.
Well, no, but you do develop a feel for how you've gone on, I always find. Don't you find that?
I'm afraid I don't, no.
Really? Well, if there's anything you need any help with, any little thing at all, don't be afraid to ask.
Very kind of you. What's the book, Richard? Anything interesting?
Yes, actually, absolutely fascinating chapter on contagious bovine pleuropneumonia.
Really?
Pleuropneumonia, now let me see, yes. Last recorded case in Britain, 1888, right?
1898, actually.
Came over from Ireland.
Well, via Ireland, really.
Via Ireland?
From Holland, of course.
Well, naturally.
Well, I'll see you both later.
Yes.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Good grief, James, is he real?
You should get him onto the oxidization of fatty acids. Or what he thinks of Schollemer's views of liver intoxication. Ah, yes, and that's another thing.
There's more?
Well, he doesn't drink much. At least not so you'd notice.
Does he smoke?
Good Lord, no.
Women?
She rides with the South Berkshire Hounds.
Good grief.
Mm-hmm.
Well, well. Prodigal returns.
Hello, Siegfried.
Have a good trip.
Fine, thanks.
Well, how are the exams? How'd they go?
All right.
All right.
Well, you know.
And I don't know, Tristan, do I? If I did, I wouldn't be asking you. I mean, for heaven's sake, we are blessed with probably the richest language in the world. Every delicate nuance of the human condition and experience is capable of the most exact and subtle description, and the best you can come up with is all right. Now, I want to know how you found your exams. Difficult, easy, extending, demanding, surprising, terrifying. What?
Well, a bit stiff here and there.
Stiff.
Well, stiffish, you know. A couple of sticky patches, I suppose.
Sticky patchy.
Well, sticky-ish, you know. In patches.
Darling!
A telephone call, Tristan. Miss McTavish.
Oh, excuse me.
Sticky-ish. Not, of course, that I'm in the slightest doubt that he'll pass.
No, of course not.
Couldn't fail after the training I've given him.
Quite.
I mean, I've hammered theory into him. I've exposed him to every sort and condition of practical experience. I suppose it's the manner of his passing which always manages to get me down.
Oh, yes?
Well, exams to him are like trains, things to be got by the skin of one's teeth.
Oh, I'm sure he'd have done all right. Quite well, Siegfried. I mean, he did seem pretty confident about it.
Ah, but then he always does, doesn't he?
Yes, there's always that.
James, you never wondered why someone of my serene and even temperament always seems to be going on at him?
Well, I always thought it was because you were so very fond of him, Siegfried.
Oh, balderdash, James. It's just his insufferable and totally unjustified, confounded confidence. His Micawber-like conviction that things will always turn out well for him in the end. You know the most maddening part of it, James? They always seem to. Miss McTavish? Mm-hmm. Who the hell's Miss McTavish?
What? What? Oh, you naughty girl. Shameless. Yes, well, thanks for phoning. It's nice to hear from you. If you could just pop them in the post. Bye.
Miss McTavish?
My landlady up in Edinburgh, I left a pair of Socks. She wanted to know where to send them.
Oh, it's nice to see you back again, dear.
It's nice to be back, Betty.
There you are.
Here we are, then.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I needed that.
All right, let's have it.
What?
Well, how you really went on in your finals.
Well, just between the two of us, right?
Of course.
It was a nightmare, James. Horrific. The whole experience, particularly the oral.
Oh?
It was the hiccups that did it.
The hiccups.
Must have been the pie I had at lunchtime. Or the pints I washed it down with. Anyway, the minute the oral started, I started, hiccuping away.
Well, what did you do?
Well, first of all, I tried holding my breath. Isn't easy when you're trying to answer questions.
No.
Then someone brought me a glass of water. Well, that didn't work. Then someone had the bright idea that dropping a key down my back might help.
Did it?
Yes, actually.
Oh.
But then something worse happened. They dropped the key down my back, and it never reappeared. The trouble was, it was the examiner's car key, the only one he had. What did you do? What could I do? I mean, I wriggled about a bit, but there was no sign of it. Then he suggested I strip off, and I said, not likely. After that, things got even uglier, especially the questions.
Well, didn't you ever find it?
No. I saw him later as I was leaving.
Oh?
In a bus queue. Still up then, Siegfried?
Sure, it would appear.
I thought you would have joined us.
Well, something came up.
Oh?
Telephone call.
Oh.
Should you make a drink?
Well, perhaps a nightcap.
The phone call, Siegfried.
Oh, yes, it came from Edinburgh.
For me?
Well, I don't know anybody in Edinburgh. Yeah.
Cheers.
Good health, James, my boy.
Thank you, Siegfried. Cheers.
The phone call. A girl, was it?
Do you know any girls in Edinburgh?
Well, one or two.
Anyone in particular?
Well, there is one, I suppose.
Name?
Mary
Second name?
MacDonald.
Mary MacDonald.
She's a nice girl, Siegfried.
Nurse, is she?
Yes, actually.
No, well, it wasn't Mary MacDonald. It was a Mr. MacDonald. My father said he was.
Oh?
Oh, you know him, do you?
Well, vaguely.
Big chap, is he?
Well, big-ish. What did he want?
A chat about his daughter.
What did you tell him?
I told him you were out. But that you'd be back.
He's ringing back, is he?
Oh, no, I shouldn't think so. He's catching the first train south in the morning.
Good Lord, he isn't. What did you tell him?
I told him you'd meet him at the station.
Oh, crumbs.
Now, sweat, you devil.
I don't believe a word of it.
Did you?
No.
Gullible little fellow, my baby brother, though.
Oh, Mr. MacDonald?
It's fantastic, Frank. Incredible.
Not bad, eh? And all done with my own Lily Whitehouse.
When I think of that old car house you were stuck with, oh,
Getting me down a bit with that. And the beasts.
you wouldn't think they were the same animals.
Posy now, you see?
This is how milk should be produced, Frank. Some of the dumps I visit every day would make your hair stand on end.
Say, it'll be general all over with this one day. And farmers will find it pays them. I got my TT licence now, and that extra fourpence on a gallon makes a hell of a difference, I can tell you.
You've done a grand job, Frank.
Beats working in that bloody steelworks, any road. Look at that, eh? And that hair. I love this place, James.
Nobody'd ever know you weren't born a Dalesman, Frank. Or a farmer.
My great-grandfather was a farmer, James. He come from round here. You know what they say? You get it through the titty.
He sees more of them cows than he sees of me. I sometimes wonder how he come to be having a family.
He's worked hard. You both have.
Well, he's the one. I'd have given up many a time. Not him. He can make bricks without straw, can my friend. He's fought them fells single-handed with this scrap of land.
I got her about a fortnight since. She's never come onto her milk properly.
103. She smells a bit too, doesn't she?
I noticed that myself.
She must have had some sort of discharge.
She has. Only, to tell you the truth, I didn't really pay much attention. A lot of them do that when they're cleaning up after calving.
Look, Frank, I'm going to take her blood sample.
Why's that?
Well, I don't like the look of that yellow stuff. She may have calved before her time, or she may have calved normally and got infected. Meanwhile, you keep her isolated from the rest of the stock, all right?
Right.
That's what I thought.
Brucellosis, do you think?
Well, the discharge is full of decaying cotyledons. Well, I'll get the blood samples off to the lab first thing tomorrow.
Yeah. What you can do, James. Hello, Willie. And then, hope for the best.
Something we seem to do a lot of in this business, Siegfried. Hope for the best.
Well, James, don't need to get you down. I'm sure Frank met covered. Come on and meet our new neighbour, Harry Allinson. James Harriet. Harry Allinson, general practitioner of this parish, well-known local quack.
Well, not all that well-known yet, Siegfried, but give me time. Very pleased to meet you, James.
Hello.
Understand you nearly poached one of my customers yesterday.
Right. Never mind, Harry. Next time we have a sow with gastritis, we'll pop her over to you, even up the score a touch.
What a shocking thought. Oh, pints, is it?
Yes, please.
Thank you. That's kind of you. I'm just going to have a word with Arthur.
All right.
Couple of pints when you're ready, my dear.
Hello.
Now then, me old love. Who's that been killing today, then, eh? Hey, married now, are you, then?
That's right.
Soon to be hearing the patter of little feet, are we?
You never know.
You'll know all right, lad. When they start having you up all night, I can tell you that.
Being up all night won't be a new experience for me, Mr. Newhouse.
Mr. Newhouse, who the hell's he coming to you, lad? I'm sure you'll let me want. Now, come on, Howard, get off the bottom again.
Friend of yours, James?
I wouldn't say that, no. Thank you.
Siegfried.
See you Friday.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Good health.
I bumped into him because there he was.
His wife called in at surgery today.
Oh, yes.
She's about 7 stone wet through, and she's bad with her nerves. Hardly surprising she had a black eye out here.
He said no, he said in church. He said, oh,
His idea of the end to a perfect evening, coming home stinking and giving his wife a good hiding. Man, I would have liked to have met him sometime, around the blind side of a scrum.
Got something interesting on the slide, have you, Richard?
Yes, Ascaris lumbricoides.
Pardon?
Roundworms.
Thank you, Siegfried. I did know, actually.
Oh, yes, of course you do.
Fascinating, you know.
Yeah?
Carefully controlled experiments showed that ascarid-infested pigs, housed and fed under identical conditions as ascarid-free pigs the same size, grew to less than half the weight.
Really?
Yes. Would you like to have a look before I clean the slide?
No, thank you. It is an area I've covered pretty extensively, actually.
Yes, of course.
Impressive, isn't he?
Very.
Interesting experience for you, really.
Oh?
Direct contact with a truly scientific mind, superior intellect.
Theory, of course, is not everything.
I couldn't agree with you more entirely, Tristan. And nobody's more acutely aware of that than Richard.
Oh?
I mean, when he's out on a job with one on practically has to elbow him out of one's way to get at it. He's so keen. Well, here we are. That's it and all about it, pussycat. Yes, it'll be A very fortunate practice that persuades young Richard to join its team. Come on in, dogs. Come on, dogs.
There you are, Marigold. I'm sure she'll be much better now. Bye-bye. Bye.
Did you hear that, James?
What?
What's Siegfried just now? You don't think he was hinting by any chance?
Hinting?
About Carmody. You don't think he's thinking of taking him on permanently?
Well, the practice would just about bear 3 practitioners, I suppose.
Well, 3, yes, but not 4.
Oh, I see. Lord, I hadn't thought of that. Well, he certainly hasn't mentioned anything to me, Tris. Still, you know your brother. He does tend to move in mysterious ways, his wonders to perform.
And we're just like him. Of course, the whole idea's ludicrous, preposterous.
Well, he is pretty brilliant. Formidable, in fact.
Yes, but I mean hardly Darrowby. I mean, take those wretched galoshes of his. Ludicrous. In that superior manner.
I don't think it's intentional.
But it's no excuse, James. I've always had a deep distrust of men who drink halves. Damn it all, he makes me feel guilty every time I order myself another pint.
Well, Helen likes him.
With deep respect, James, what would Helen know? I mean, look who she married. Besides, she likes everybody. What that youth needs is taking down a peg or 2.
Are you capable of it?
Don't worry, I shall think of something.
A letter for you, James.
Oh, thanks.
Is it the one you were waiting for from the lab?
Yes. The agglutination tests on Frank Metcalf's cows. Positive. Oh, Lord. Well, I'd better get out there straight away.
Can I come with you?
Yes, if you like.
Shall I bring the vaccine?
Yes, do. For all the good it's going to do.
Thank you.
How long have you had that beast, Frank?
About 3 weeks.
And she's been running in the same field as the others?
Yes.
And they're all in calf, right?
Every single one of them, yes. Why?
Well, there's no easy way to break this, Frank. The lab tests prove that cow has brucellosis.
Abortion?
Yes.
Does that mean we're going to lose it?
Well, I'm afraid it's a bit more serious than that, Mary. That beast will have thoroughly contaminated the pasture. That means that any or all of the others will have picked up the bug as well.
Does that mean they'll abort?
Well, it varies from case to case. Some cows do manage to carry their calves right through despite the infection.
Yeah, but most don't. Right?
Right.
Surely there's something you can do, something you can give them.
I'm afraid not, Mrs. Metcalf. There are 2 types of vaccine. Live ones that are given to empty cows and dead ones that are given to cows in calf.
Well, then.
Well, I'm afraid the dead vaccine isn't considered to be of any use.
And will it do them any harm?
No, of course not.
Well, then let's give it to them any road. They can't just do nothing.
All right. Come on.
I've always thought you should take more notes. Perhaps it would help.
Notes?
When you're working. Carmody never stops taking notes.
But then perhaps he isn't blessed with my retentive memory.
Ah, well?
Well, we gave the entire herd the vaccine.
For what it was worth under the circumstances. Still, at least we managed to cheer up Frank a bit.
Well, if we did that, it's something.
Has Helen gone up?
Yes, she went up 2 excursions.
I'll see you all tomorrow.
All right, good night. See you well.
He really takes it hard, doesn't he? Gets involved.
Is there another way? In a country practice?
I suppose not. Oh, well, I better be getting back to the Reniston.
No. Stay and have a glass of sherry.
Oh, all right, thank you.
Don't you ever get lonely up there all by yourself at the Reniston?
Gives me lots of time to read.
Uh-huh. Don't you ever do anything else except read? Well done.
Cheers. James must have thought I was a real fool.
Really?
The day I got here, I told him that I'd already had quite a bit of practical experience on my father's farms in Berkshire. He pointed out that Berkshire was hardly the Yorkshire Dales. I told him that I thought one farm was very much like another, really. Fatuous of me.
Don't take it to heart, James.
Sorry. He's a good friend.
I know that.
I had a look round the shops in town today.
Oh, did you buy a chair?
Not exactly.
Oh?
Don't you like it?
Well, it's lovely.
But not quite the thing you can sit on, right?
Well, last week we went out looking for a dressing table and came back with 2 brass candlesticks and a stuffed owl. And how do I know what you'd sit on?
Well, he fixed me with his glittering eye. I couldn't resist him.
James.
Look, I'll tell you what, I have to go to Leeds tomorrow to drop some things off at the lab. I'll have a look round there.
Have you got any money left?
I'm not completely penniless.
Well, what we could really do with is a barometer for the wall and a glove stretcher or 2.
You're mocking me.
Just a bit. By the way, did you know that Richard knows Richard Carmody?
Richard?
Richard Edmondson?
Oh, Edmondson's still around, is he? When he heard we got married, I would have thought he'd have done the honourable thing and shot himself. Or at the very least, joined the Foreign Legion.
The families have been friends for years. It's one of the reasons Richard Carmody came up here, didn't you know?
No. I'm not a bit surprised. I mean, blue blood is thicker than water, you know. So, stinking rich as well as being handsome and talented. Is there no end to this man?
Jealous.
Actually. Why couldn't you have been rich? And I could have married you for your money.
You'd only have frittered it all away on brass candlesticks and stuffed owls.
Not to mention the odd glove stretcher. Oh, it's just as well, I suppose. I mean, if you had been rich, you'd have had to marry Edmondson then. Just to keep it in the family, Poor old Edmondson. I wonder who he's sleeping with tonight. That horse of his, probably. Where did you find the dead calf?
In the channel when I went into milk.
That fetus was just 7 months gone.
So now what?
All you can do is what you're doing already, Frank. Isolate, disinfect, and hope.
I do.
Oh, hello, Eli. You know Eli Bagley, do you, James? My next-door neighbour.
We have met, yes. Once or twice.
That it?
Mr. Bagley?
Have you told him then, Frank?
Eli thinks he has a cure for the trouble, James.
No, think about it, lad.
Oh?
Professor Driscoll's abortion cure. Most of my cows did it on me once, and after I put them on this here stuff, it were right as rain second time round.
But then they would be anyway, Mr. Bagley. They develop an immunity.
Right as rain they were.
All right, Frank, you go ahead and give them the stuff if you want. It certainly won't do them any harm. I'll call again later in the week.
Right, James.
They don't know everything, you know, don't veterinaries?
Encyclopedia Britannica.
Only 10 bob the lot. A real bargain.
Just what we needed.
I've done it again, haven't I?
Well, we'll have to see about getting some bookshelves made for them.
Right.
Meanwhile, we'll put them on the mantelpiece.
Right.
Out of the way. James?
Hmm?
Can you smell something funny?
Yes, I noticed that. I think it's the books, Helen. They're probably a bit musty. I expect it'll soon go.
Yes.
Cute.
Perhaps if we open the door.
Come in.
Ah, James. Hello, Roger. Hello, Helen. How was the trip to Leeds?
It was fine.
Did you get to the lab?
Yes, and they said they'd let us know about the sheep just as soon as they'd cultured the organisms.
Ah, good. I say, there is the most frightful smell in here. You haven't got a body buried under the boards or something, have you?
It's the books.
Books?
No, I got them from Leeds.
Oh?
Encyclopedia Britannica. In 24 volumes.
They were a real bargain.
Yes, I imagine.
Well, I expect they're a bit damp.
Yes.
Would you like to
Well, thank you, James. Perhaps some other time when they've had a chance to dry out a bit. I really must be off now. Mother's waiting. James, if you get a chance, could you ring Frank Metcalf?
Yes.
I must say, you really made it most awfully nice in here.
Oh, would you leave the door open, Siegfried, please?
Yes.
Thanks. Well, there's always the cellar, I suppose.
Oh, James. I'm sorry. I do love you.
Don't you boot my word, that is nasty. Hold still. Ah. How on earth did that happen?
Bloody great 6-inch nail went through the sole of my boot, that's all.
Lucky James turning up, wasn't it?
Good. Oh. He took his time in getting me here, didn't he, eh? Good job it went no worse. I'd have bled to death.
Well, the doctor won't be long now. So, nothing to worry about, really, I suppose. Provided he's treated early enough.
Worry about?
Well, it could be, you see, with a wound like that.
Oh, septic does, I mean.
No. Lockjaw.
Lockjaw?
Yes, I saw a man once who died of lockjaw. The undertakers had a terrible job to make him look presentable. In the end, they had to break the jaw, and then, of course, they couldn't stop him grinning. It was almost as if he was enjoying the joke himself.
Well, why the hell should I get locked? I mean, it's my foot I've hurt.
Ah, yes, but you see, that's usually how the infection sets in. With large, deep penetrations of the ball of the foot like that. And all this happened up at Smethurst Farm, you say?
Smethurst, aye.
Yes.
Why?
Well, it's just the way there are horses about that. There's that much more chance of getting it, you see. There have always been horses around at Smethurst.
Bloody hell.
Dr. Lawrenson's here, Mr. Farnham.
Oh, goodness, I'll show me at once.
Hello.
Hello.
Very well done.
Siegfried. Well, Mr. Newhouse, and what have you been doing to yourself?
It's bloody misery, is this?
Oh, dear. Really? Rusty, was it, the nail?
Bound to have been, wasn't it, eh? Rusty.
Yeah. Iodine. Afraid this is going to sting a wee bit, Mr. Newhouse.
Yeah, but...
Oh. Sting a bit, did it?
Oh.
Never mind.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh. That's not going to stick that thing in my foot, are you?
In your foot? Good Lord, no.
Well, we'd better leave you to it then, Harry.
No. Don't let us chase you out. Besides, this will only take a minute. I'm sure you've seen uglier sights than Mr. Newhouse here in your time.
Well...
How's your wife, by the way, Mr. Newhouse?
She's right.
How's that eye of hers? Is the swelling going down yet?
It's all but better. Have a bad luck was that, walking into that door like that.
Aye, wasn't it just?
Aye.
Right, Mr. Newhouse, drop them.
Pardon?
Your trousers, man, come along. I haven't got all day, you know. Right, bend over. I had quite a long chat with your wife the other day. She tells me you have no feelings. You bloody well felt that, didn't you?
Phone, James.
Oh, yes? Yes, as a matter of fact, you did. I didn't get to bed till about 3.
That's all right. What is it? Oh, it's marvellous news, Frank. Well, how's the calf? Good. Well, I'll probably come out and see you later on today. Fine. Bye.
Do you have to go out?
Nope.
Who's that on the phone?
Frank Metcalf. One of his cows calved bang on time.
Oh, is there something wrong with it?
Nope.
He phoned you at this time to tell you that?
He was excited.
Does that mean that stuff of what's-his-name works?
Oh, no. But you try telling what's-his-name that. You'll never get to sleep again, you know.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't. But now you're working up. Oh, blast that thing! Why the hell doesn't Tristan answer it?
Why don't you ask him?
Hello, yes? Hello, Mr. Bagley. Yes, Frank did let me know. Yes, thank you. Goodbye, Mr. Bagley. Mr. Bagley. Well, this time we... Helen? Helen?
Hiya, James. Let's keep you busy for the rest of the day.
Oh, thanks.
Had a bad night?
I wakened early.
Oh.
Not the man he was since you got married.
Hey, come on, let's get on with it. Thank you, Richard. Come on.
James, can I ask you something?
Yes, of course.
Well, look, I'm not going to learn very much watching you do things all the time. And I've only got a couple more days here. Do you think I could carry out a few injections and things? Get some actual experience of the animals themselves?
Well, let's see how it goes, eh?
Right.
Would you mind getting the car out for me, please?
All right.
Thanks.
Do you know what I think, James?
No, what do you think?
I think old Carmody's right. I think you should let him do more.
Oh, you do you?
You're going over to Dent's place, aren't you, to look at those piglets?
That's right.
They'll need an injection, won't they?
Undoubtedly.
Had much experience of pigs, has he, do you think? Down on the royal estates in Berkshire?
Oh, I shouldn't think so for a moment.
No, neither should I.
You're evil.
Ready?
I'll just get my coat on.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
12 weeks old, did you say, Mr. Dent?
Right.
Well, an injection of E. coli antiserum shouldn't do them any harm. Would you care to do the honours, Richard?
Right. Come on.
Well, we'll leave him to it then, shall we? You can cope, can you, Richard?
Don't worry.
Student, is he?
Right.
And a southerner.
Right again.
You'll see my sow while you're here, will you?
Your sow, Mr. Dent?
Yeah, Mr. Farnham said to make it when you came up again. I'm exporting her, she'll need a blood testing.
Oh, I see. That'll be the big sow, will it? The one whose ear we treated?
That's the lady. I'm glad to be shut, I'll tell you. She'd have your leg off as soon as look at you.
Yes. And Mr. Farnham suggested you mention it to me, did he?
Aye, last time he came up, he was in a bit of a hurry himself.
Yes.
Take that, you little swine. God, I enjoyed that.
finished?
Just about.
Oh, good.
That's it then, is it?
Not quite, Richard, no. Just one more little job that needs attending to.
I'll tell you something about pigs, lad.
Oh, yes?
If everyone gets older, they remember. To force its jaws shut before that can force them open again.
I'll keep that in mind.
Now then, Richard, when Mr. Dent gets the noose over the snout behind the canine teeth, you get the elastic tourniquet round her ear and get a couple of cc's of blood. All right? Perfectly straightforward, really.
Right.
Ready then, lad?
Whenever you are.
It's all yours.
Right you are then. Bye-bye.
Piglets, was it?
Well, their mother. Actually.
Tell me again, James, how many times did she knock him down?
3 times.
And each time he came back for more.
Oh, he was magnificent, Siegfried. Indomitable. Made me proud to be British.
Where is he now?
I think he's still up in the bathroom.
Makes one realise, you know, James, no earthly point in judging this man by ordinary human standards. There are the seeds of greatness there. Aha. Are you better?
Yes, thanks. A few bruises here and there.
Look, Richard, are you doing anything special tonight?
Not really.
We wondered if you'd like to stay to supper. Then come and have a drink with us in the pub afterwards.
I should like that very much.
Good.
You know, our takings have gone right down since you've been away, Mr. Tristan.
Really?
Yes, they have.
Best to rectify that.
Good.
Thanks a lot, Betty.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, Gobber, me old love.
How do?
Well, how's the foot then?
Fine.
And the,
Fine.
Oh, good.
Yes, well, they tend to be.
Here we are, then.
Oh, well done, Tristan.
So, you're off on Monday, then, Richard?
That's right.
Well, we'll all miss you.
Yes, indeed we shall.
Well, anytime you want a piglet injecting or a sample from a sow...
I'm sorry about that.
Well, I appreciated the experience. After all, I asked for it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
How many of them? I'll be out as quick as I can. Bye.
So, Frank Metcalf,
3 cows, all aborted. Bang, 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 just like that.
would you like me to come out with you, James?
No, it's all right.
What's all this in aid of?
It's a remedy of my own, is this? My medicine seems to be losing its power, so I'm going to have to try somewhat stronger.
Like what?
Burying dead calves in front of door.
My God. Black magic now, Frank?
Why not? Science hasn't been able to do that for me. There's no more you can do, then?
I'm afraid there isn't, Frank. I'm sorry.
They'll all be going the same road, I reckon. Another of Eli's remedies. The smell of a goat about the place helps, he reckons.
What does he do next? Slit its throat at midnight.
The trouble is, I was called in on this case far too late. there is.
Do you know what makes me sick?
What?
It's the way the quacks descend to take advantage of the situation. And we vets can't do a thing about it because our own pharmaceuticals are so pathetically inadequate.
Well, from what you told me, love, that Eli Bagley sounds rather pathetically inadequate himself.
They're not Bagley, love. Not the witch doctors, the professional quacks. You take this paper here. Full of confident advertisements. Red drenches, black drafts, pink powders. All of them positively guaranteeing success and all of them useless. Professor Driscoll has plenty of competition.
Excuse me, Mr. Elliot. There's a Mr. Frank Metcalf to see you.
Show him in, would you, Mrs. Hall, please?
Would you come this way, sir?
Thank you.
Oh, Frank?
Hello, Frank.
Hello, James. Helen.
Would you like a drink?
No, thanks. Not for me, James. I'm not stopping. Well, I just thought I'd call to let you know I'm packing up.
Oh, Frank.
Packing up?
Aye. Hobson's choice, I'm afraid.
Well, it can't be as bad as that.
I'm afraid it is, Jimmy lad. See, I've only 3 cows have calved normally out of the entire herd. Well, the rest are a mucky, sickly lot now with no milk worth talking about. I've no calves either to sell or use as replacements, so... Well, if I sell up, at least I'll have enough to pay the bank what I owe them.
But surely there must be somebody.
No, afraid there isn't, love. I borrowed the rest, you see, off my old man. And I'm not going back to him for more. Anyway, I always promised him I'd go back to the steelworks if things didn't work out. Well, they haven't, have they? So?
I don't know what to say.
Well, what is there to say, James? Some you win. Anyway, no doubt we'll be seeing you both.
Yes, of
before
course.
Bring Mary for some tea.
We go. Right. Well, good night then. I can find my own way out, James.